Second Sight Films are releasing Host on a limited edition Blu-ray, and it is an amazing movie. It was my number 3 favourite movie of last year, and going back to it again, checking it out on this disc was a wonderful experience. I fully believe that it is one of the best horror movies this century. It really captivates the time of the world that we live in, while creating a really spooky and really atmospheric story that sticks with you, gets under the skin, and just gives you the heebie-jeebies. Now, part of the way this movie works so well, in my opinion, is the group of characters that you have. You've got this group of friends who are starring in this movie, but they feel like friends. They feel as if they've got that shorthand of conversations. You get little inflections in the way they talk and talk to each other that iterates years of history, and it's just alludes you into who these people are. And as we watch them talk and interact and drop little tidbits of knowledge about their lives, it builds up to a great character piece. But you get this wonderful idea of story throughout these characters as we watch them slowly decimated by their supernatural nemesis that appears in the movie. The seance is fun. When it gets into some of the spooky stuff, it's really good. It starts off slow, drip feeding you little scares before ramping up to a terrifying crescendo of a horror movie. It's part of the reason that I think it's so great, is because it doesn't have any fat on it either. The movie's under an hour, and normally that could hinder certain movies, but this one just revels in it. It feels like you're almost voyeuristically watching in on a Zoom chat gone wrong, checking it out. I think the movie is expertly done in every fashion. I feel that the characters and the performances are all wonderfully astute and really well done. I feel the direction's rather deft. Someone that understands the medium of storytelling, has a strong grasp in that, and creates something that is deeply rewatchable, incredibly fun, invigorating, and you get drawn into the movie while you're watching it, and you forget everything else that's going on round about the world around you. I've watched it a couple of times now, and I've got to say my favourite experience was sitting in front of the computer, headphones on, getting lost in this movie that just, no matter how many times I've seen it, it just continues to get scary, or more and more. The atmosphere is wonderful. The transfer looks great. It's really great to get a good audio and visual mix on this other than streaming services. And I'm going to just jump into the disc and talk a little bit about the extras on that. So let's do that. So here we have the opening of the disc, the menu, which I really like. It's really simple, set up like a Zoom call. I appreciate that kind of aesthetic following the movie. We're going to jump into the bonus features and have a look. We have 2 commentaries, one from the director and the producer, and one from the cast. Then we have the cast interviews, which is 29 minutes, and just seeing these guys not on film but still being friendly, having that shorthand conversational interaction, super fun, they're engaging, and it's a great little extra. The behind the scenes featurette, which is 34 minutes long, is wonderful. It really shows you how they had to be very creative in making the movie and applying makeup, and how they set up some of the stunts, and just making sure that everything was double checked, triple checked. It's a great kind of look into the making of the movie. Is There Goblins Now is the 2-minute original prank, the kind of viral video that kicked everything off. And we have the rehearsal for that, the Kate scare prank, just over 2 minutes, which is kind of like a test run. One of my favourite extras on this disc is the 67-minute B&FIQ&A. This is 10 minutes longer than the actual feature, and it's just super fun. Great information, delivered well. The cast and the director seem to be having great conversations all the way through it. They seem to be really happy to be there, and they offer up lots of information. The Evolution of Horror is a podcast. This is an interview from them. This is a visual interview. The podcast itself is fantastic if you haven't seen it. This is 34 minutes, and although some of the information is a little bit rehashed from other interviews, it's still well worth checking out. There are 2 short films on this disc. Dawn of the Deaf, which is 12 minutes, which packs a hell of a lot into this short film, is wonderful. Teases to things to come, and I hope they kind of expand this at some point, because I really like the characters. I like the kind of drama that was in there, as well as some of the horror that was beginning to appear. Salt is a 2-minute short, and it's wonderful, really impactful. They cram so much into that short run time, and I just think it's an absolutely wonderful short film, kind of things that I would throw on and just check out if I had a couple of minutes. And then finally we get, just over 9 minutes, the Host Team Seance in full. A nice little addition, and it just rounds out this package perfectly. So there we have it. This disc, I think, is an essential for any collector, just to have a movie of this quality, a movie that is just so stuck within the world that we are in, created during this epidemic and delivered on it. I'd love to know your thoughts on the movie. Let me know in the comment box below. I'll see you next time on ManVFilm.